Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for Ain't Nobody by Cody Carnes. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel or give this video a like and comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below. Alright, grab your acoustic guitar and you don't need a capo today. Yeah, and let's get started. Alright, like I said, you don't need a capo, and this is going to be a real treat because this is the first video that I'm using chord diagrams. Now, I've been through 150 tutorials before this video was made. This is the 151st, which sounds like I should have done chord diagrams way before this one, but I'm finally getting to it instead of just chord letters. So I'm going to put those up on screen as we go over each one. So here are the chords you need to know for the song. A, D, E, F sharp minor, and A over C sharp. Now let's start with the D chord because it's actually the first chord that is played in the song. Put your index finger on the G string, 2nd fret. Middle finger goes on the 2nd fret also, but on the high E string. And ring finger is going to go on the B string, 3rd fret. You don't strum the low E and A strings, so it's the D on down. For the A chord, you can either do it one of two ways. Put your index finger, middle finger, and ring fingers on the 2nd fret covering the D, G, and B strings, and you can play it that way but avoid strumming the low E. Or you could bar it with your index finger, but you'd also have to kind of lift up a little bit so you don't touch that high E string. And even for me, that's a little difficult, so I prefer this one. The next one would be the E chord, so put your index finger on the G string, 1st fret, middle finger, and ring finger cover the A and D strings of the 2nd fret. Now you get to strum everything for this. And that's your E chord. For the F sharp minor, put your index finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and ring finger and pinky go on the A and D strings of the 4th fret. You would have to avoid strumming the low E and high E for this. This is technically an open F sharp minor. All right, and you could do it the barred way, just saying if you want to kill your hand, it's the same thing, but a little fuller. But I prefer this one. All right, and last but not least, A over C sharp. Now, the bass player should be covering C sharp for you, so you shouldn't have to do this chord, but if you don't have a bass player in your band, I recommend doing it anyway. So like I showed you before, you can put that index finger down on the 2nd fret covering the D, G, and B strings like that A chord I showed you, but now you can use your ring finger or your pinky to cover the A string, 4th fret, and this is what it sounds like. Now notice I didn't strum the high E string. So I'm getting that A string to cover the C sharp note, and that's what makes this chord A over C sharp. All right, so those are all the chords you need to know. Now don't worry, I'm going to play the song with you. I'll say the chords as we go along, and for the first time ever, I'm putting the chord diagrams on screen, not just the letters for you. So enjoy, here we go. D, A, D, A,
I got a story.
D, A,
Too good to hide.
D, A,
I was a
D,
blind man wandering until I saw the light.
E,
Yeah, I got a story.
D, A,
I can't deny.
D, A,
I'm a
D,
living, breathing miracle,
A,
and I just gotta testify.
E, D,
Ain't nobody
A,
love me like Jesus.
D, A,
Nobody love me this time.
D, A,
Nobody love me like Jesus.
F sharp minor, E, D, A,
Give me this freedom.
D, A,
Give me this power.
D, A,
Love me like Jesus.
F sharp minor, E, D, A, D, A,
Now I'm anointed.
A,
Bring the news.
D, A,
Yeah,
D,
everything he did for me,
A,
I know he'll do for you.
E,
He gave me joy for the morning,
A,
for the ashes and
D,
crown.
A,
Yeah, I'm a walking, talking miracle,
A,
and I just gotta let it out.
F sharp minor, E, D, A, D, A.
Nobody could pull me from the darkness, save me by the blood, and raise me from the ashes.
F sharp minor, E,
Nobody could
D,
break off every
A,
shackle and
D,
tear down every
A,
wall and
D,
set free every
A,
captive.
F sharp minor, E,
Nobody could
D, A, D, A, A, F sharp minor, E, D, A, D, A, D, A, F sharp minor, E, A. Sharp minor, E, D, A, D, A, D, A, F sharp minor, E, D, A, D, A. Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that tutorial. Let's go over some basic strumming patterns and starting with the chorus. So here's what I'm doing while I'm playing the chords. D, pretty much the same thing, and of course I'm going to alternate to an E occasionally in that F sharp minor in the chorus. But this is what the right hand's doing without me playing chords with the left hand. And slower. Now you could do something like this. Down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down. Pretty easy pattern, so try it without playing chords first and then apply those chords later on and you should get this sound. Now, for some parts of the song, like the beginning, for example, there really isn't a guitar part. So you might have seen me play those chords anyway. That's just to show you what's going on. So you don't have to play those chords at that time. Really, the guitars come in on the first chorus. So just be aware of that. But you can still finger pick through the beginning if you're the only instrument on your team. Last but not least, there are several breaks throughout the song. So make sure you stop that strumming pattern at certain points, especially right before the chorus. Don't just continue on. Just wait for the band to drop out and then come back in. That's my best advice I can give for this song. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and that's only if I've earned it. Give me a thumbs up as well, and leave a comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. And I hope you enjoyed those chord diagrams. I try to make them as clear as possible. Maybe I can revamp things here and there, and if you have any suggestions on that, I'm open to those too. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great week. God bless.